How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in my A-Code 1965 Ford Mustang 2+2 or Fastback, whatever you want to call it. And this is a really, really cool Mustang Fastback. Absolutely love this car. Right. Look at that, no traffic to start the day. And as I mentioned a second ago, we have a A-Code Fastback. This is a true A-Code car, which would have originally been a 289 4-barrel setup. Now it has a very strong running 302. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly when the driveline was put in this car, but the motor is very strong. That C4 3-speed automatic transmission behind it shifts great. You have your standard 8-inch rear end. And this car just drives like a dream. It is a fantastic cruising Mustang. The motor, again, has good power. Very, very strong cruisability at 65, 70 miles an hour. Road feels nice and tight. As far as your options go, you do have power steering, power front disc brakes. Both of those perform awesome. The only disclaimer that I will say is when you first initially press the brake pedal, it's got just a little bit of play in the brakes where it doesn't pick anything up until you get maybe, I don't know, an inch down on the pedal. Then it starts picking up some brakes. So just a little bit of play in the pedal itself, but the brakes themselves stop awesome. So you drive it once, you just get that normal feel for the pedal, and then you're good to go. It's nothing that I would even worry about addressing or adjusting or changing. It's just the normal, or it's just how that brake pedal feels for this particular application. On your interior, you have a really stock code 25, which is the red interior. You have your standard bucket seats, your center console with the floor shifter, really nice red dash. You do have a white headliner and white visors. Factory stock style steering wheel. Gauges are super easy to read. You do have a little aftermarket AM, FM cassette stereo with 2 speakers behind that fold down rear seat. You do have the fold down back seat, which is really cool. One of my favorite things about an early Mustang like this. Carpet is a little bit older, but it still represents nice. It's got the, I believe it's like 80/20 loop. Nice red mats front and rear, seat belts front and rear. Just a really, really nice car cosmetically on the interior. The top portions of both of the door panels, which is a painted material, shows great. Inserts in the door panels, the vinyl material shows awesome as well. Rear view mirror is nice. Glove box is nice. Just again, a really, really clean Mustang when it comes to the inside. And you're reading, I believe, I can't tell if it's 63 or 83,309. I don't know what the actual miles are on the car, but I like to tell people what the odometer reads. All of your gauges, lights, horn, wipers, radio, heat, all that stuff works. The 2 items that are going to be a no are your washer fluid sprayers for the wipers, and then the parking brake's going to need some adjustment because when you pull the parking brake, and you put it in drive, you're still gonna move. But everything else is good, including your horn. And while we're sitting at this stoplight, I'd like to take a second to let y'all know that I have brand new merch live on the website, PCClassicCars.com. I have hats, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, quarter zips, all of that good stuff for y'all to check out. It's up at the top of the website, PCClassicCars.com. And now that it's warmed up, we'll roll into the throttle a little bit. Strong car mechanically, not a tire shredding small block, but it still has good power, more of a good cruiser. But if you put your foot in the throttle, it downshifts nice and it pulls hard down the highway. Exhaust sounds nice. It's got stock style set of manifolds, full aftermarket dual exhaust, not a terribly loud exhaust, but it does sound good again when you're in the throttle. Underneath on this Mustang, extremely solid, very, very nice. Floors are excellent, toe boards are excellent, frame rails are great, drop downs look good, floor pans front and rear are great. Really no issues of any kind on the bottom, just a good solid car. On your exterior, you have code J Ragoon Red is the original color on the car. It is still red. Paint quality's nice. I don't know exactly when it was done. The worst thing on the car, and you could have it fixed pretty easily if you have to, on the lower quarter on the on the passenger side, again, the lower quarter passenger side behind the tire, there's like a strip, like touch-up about that long where it rubbed up against something and it was touched up. It probably has been there a while. Could again be easily fixed if someone wanted to. Other miscellaneous little touch-ups around the car, but it represents very nice. The bumpers look good, the trim's all in nice shape. Love the flat cap torque thrust D wheels, really good tires all the way around the car. Just a tough looking Mustang. And again, as you can see, I'm barely even touching the steering wheel on this car, and it just drives really nice. Turn signal indicator is nice and tight. Turn signal flasher on the dash works. We'll take it down our fresh. Sorry, Devin, you'll have to cut that out. We'll take it down our fresh black top here. All the suspension and steering components look like they've been done at some point, and everything's on the tighter side. No real corrosion on any of those components. One of the boots, I believe on one of the tie rods, is kind of broken, but that's real nitpicky. Driving position is super comfortable. It is a fixed steering wheel like all of these would have had, but there is a decent amount of room between me and the steering wheel. Top of my head and the top of the headliner, there's a decent amount of room. Very quiet in here. You get a little bit of wind noise from the vent glass, but it's minimal. Glass is all in great shape. I see no issues with really the windshield. Side windows roll up and down like they should. Back glass has a couple little streaks in the window, but it's pretty minimal. Overall, cosmetically, the glass is very nice, like the rest of the car. No tire rubbing. I've driven it with me and one other person in here, and I haven't had any tire rubbing. Obviously, you got the oversized wheels and tires. Maybe in an extreme circumstance, when you have 4 people in here, you might get a little tire rub because they are so large, but that's probably an extreme situation. Let it downshift here, and then we'll roll into that throttle here on this fresh black top. On top of that 302, you do have an aftermarket aluminum intake, and then a Edelbrock, I believe it's a 1906 4-barrel carburetor on top. So not a huge carburetor, very user-friendly when it comes to Edelbrocks out of the box. There are higher performance carburetors out there like Holley's or anything like that, but for your daily driving, just your regular cruising around town, an Edelbrock like that just works just fine. I'm just always a huge fan of Mustang Fastbacks, especially these earlier ones. They are a little bit smaller on the inside. I do personally prefer a little bit of a larger car, but this one's set up well. Decent amount of room in here. Again, very comfortable to cruise. If I'm gonna do anything on this, I would go ahead and buy a vintage AC kit. That's gonna be the thing to take this car to the next level. And if you wanna fix that scratch on the passenger quarter, you could. Again, to see all the imperfections on the car, my additional informations tab is posted on the website. Take a look at that. You'll see photos of all that good stuff. You'll see the photos of the VIN on the car. And this is, again, a real A-code fastback, which is awesome. Just a great Mustang. Fun to cruise, easy to drive, not a bear to hop out on the open road. Sometimes these cars they're more of a chore to drive than they should be. This one is just an easy Mustang to cruise and drive, and it's, again, a lot of fun to hop in and rip around town. These brakes do work well. You get a ton of looks in a bright red Mustang Fastback, I'll tell you that. Definitely good acceleration. And now that I got the speedometer over a little bit, it is 83,314 on the odometer. So maybe it's an 83,000 mile car. I have no way to know. But it's had a lot of great work done over the years. Engine base super clean. Love those Cobra valve covers and air cleaner. Just, again, really nice car front to back. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. Make sure you check out that virtual description video along with the additional informations tab. Both are posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching.